Today we'll be working on the hand sanitizer tutorial from mariateto.com. This is die number 1331. This one is the Touchland dupe that I'm making the tutorial for. I use the one from 5 and Below. So let's get started. So first thing first, we're gonna get our faux leather. So I'm gonna use the new faux leather that Maria has available on the website. We're going for fall theme, so we're gonna grab this material. I like doing something that is an all over print, and this one's an all over print. So we're gonna cut what we need. And then we're gonna run it through our Sizzix Big Shot Plus. This one does fit the regular Sizzix. So if you have the small Sizzix, this one does fit the small Sizzix machine, the 6-inch one. But I have the 9-inch one on my table. So we're gonna make our little sandwich and we're gonna roll it through our Sizzix Big Shot Plus. This is gonna cut it out for us. Once we roll it through, everything is cut out. Let's make our cute hand sanitizer. So it looks like this. So first things first, we're using the same tools I used to make the purses. So we're going to use rivets, which I have here. You need 4 rivets. So I'm going to grab the rivet here. This is 8mm rivets. We're going to go through the inside and we're going to crisscross it through the bottom hole. We get the little lid here and we put it right here. So there goes one, and we do the same thing on the other side. We go through the inside, we go through this hole here, we get the little lid, the little hats I call it, like this. So there's one side, and see how the flap is facing the back? We're doing the same thing onto the other side. So we go here, I'll grab it first. You go through the inside, then you go to the bottom hole here. Make sure the flap is facing the back. See how this one's facing the back and now this one's facing the back? Make sure they're both facing the back. And get your little hat here and put it on. And we do it one more time. You go through the back, then you go through the front. You get your little hat and you put it on. So this is what we're looking at right now. We have these two here, these two here. So now it's time to get the rivet press. So this right here is my rivet press. When I bought this off of Amazon, it was a grommet press. To change it to a rivet press, all I did was change the die setting. So this one easily pops out, and this one all you do is twist it on. So this right here is a 9mm die setting. So the rivets I'm using are 8mm. The die setting I'm using is 9mm. I got it a little bit bigger because I'm not perfect and I wanted some wiggle room when I press down my rivets, okay? So this one's 9mm. The rivets I use are 8mm. So as you can see here, they are standing up like little mushrooms. So we need to make them they're nice and flat. So we're gonna go like this and we put it in the middle here. Then make sure this orange thing is hugging the whole rivet and you press down. So once you press down, you can see that this one's flat and this one's still standing up. This one's permanent. Once it's secure, you can't undo it. So we're gonna make all of them like this, nice and flat. And when you press down, you don't need that much pressure because a little bit goes a long way. So when you press it down, you don't need to press it so hard that it leaves an imprint on your faux leather. If that's happening to you, it's because you're adding too much pressure. A little bit pressure goes a long way. So I'm gonna press this one down. I'm gonna show you the back to show you that it does not leave an imprint. So I pressed it here. So back here, you see there's no indentation, there's no imprint. So now we have all our rivets nice and secure and they're nice and smooth. Now let's go to the next step. So the next step is the closure. So as you can see here, we do have a little hole here to add our closure part, but you can see that we don't have a hole up here. So we have to make our own hole because depending if you have the dupe or the real one, one is taller than the other one. I don't have the other one, so I can't compare. But to make our little hole, we're gonna put our hand sanitizer inside, and then we're gonna put this here, and we're gonna slide it through the inside. And I'm doing this because that's how I'll know exactly where to mark my little hole to close my hand sanitizer holder. So I'm gonna grab a Sharpie and see this little hole here? I'm gonna make a little dot. So I know exactly where to make my hole. And now that I have that marked, I could take it out. And I'm gonna use this tool. I have it linked on my Amazon storefront. it looks like that. This was what makes the holes for my hand sanitizer holder. So I'm going to figure out which hole I want to use. I'm going to go for this size here. Does it tell me the sizes? I don't know. So from the silver one, it's the second one. So once I have it here set, I'm going to go to where the little marker I made and smush it. And then once you smush it, we rotate it to make sure it's nice and cut. And then it makes your hole perfect. Okay, so now that we have that made, we can grab our sand button screw. We put it through the inside. We grab the top part and we put it on top, and then we secure it on. And on the back, this is a flat tip screwdriver. I'm going to get it and I'm going to make sure it's nice and secure. So this hardware here, I get it from Gold Star Tools. I have it listed on my Amazon storefront, not my Amazon storefront, I have it listed in my link tree. I don't buy these off of Amazon. I got these from goldstartools.com is where I get this one from. Okay, so now we're looking like this. Can now close our little hand sanitizer. So the next step is to add the backing of, if you want to clip it on to like your backpack or to your lanyard, we're adding another hole here. So we're gonna go back here, basically do the same thing we did before. We're gonna figure out where we want our hole at. So I'm just gonna guesstimate the middle. We'll do it right here. Right there. So we are going to make another hole. I'll take this off. So for this one, I'm gonna do it a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna go back to that first one. So go here, I'm going to the first one. This is the one I used to make the hole for the front. This is the one I'm gonna make the hole for the little screw, which is the one after the silver one. So go here, go to the circle, then we're gonna smush it, and then we rotate it to make sure it's nice and cut. As you can see here, it cuts our hole perfectly. Then I'm gonna grab this. So I'm gonna use the same hardware I use for the purses is what I'm gonna use. The hardware I use to add the little chains. I have my little screw here, and I'm gonna have this. This is called, I got it off Amazon as well. They are called metal swivels. It brings 60 of them. And I also have it linked. Everything's linked on my Amazon storefront under the purse section, okay? So first things first, we have to do is open up this, this little metal thing. See, it has a little thing there. So I'm gonna open it up just a little bit to put this on the inside, and then we're gonna close it. Just like that. Now this is connected. Now that we have this connected, I'm gonna grab our little screw here, put it on the inside. Then I'm gonna grab this what I just added, and we're gonna screw it on with the tiny screwdriver it comes with. And we screw it on. Make sure it's nice and secure. Now it's like that. So now we grab our hand sanitizer, put it on the inside, and we can close it. And she is all done. Look how cute. Now we're ready for fall. It's perfect. So it's super cute. Did I put this on? Did I put it in backwards? I did. It goes this way, you guys. We can't spray it that way. Make a spray. And we're all done. So this one is die number 1331 from mariatreto.com. It is ready to ship on the website. If you have any questions, please leave them down below.